Hey everybody, it's Don the Orchid Guy here again today. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm going to go ahead and show you some Grammatophyllums, which are more unusual orchids. Not a lot of people have them. They're not widely grown. I've got a couple of pretty darn big ones. They're not in bloom yet because we're in the winter time here in South Florida. It's December now, right before Christmas. You will see that I've got them wrapped with Christmas lights because, believe it or not, even here in South Florida, Grammatophyllums are such divas about the cold. They won't tolerate anything under about 55 degrees. So even when it gets in the 50s here, I have to wrap them up, put lights on them, treat them like babies. But you're going to see that I've got Grammatophyllum speciosum, which is the largest orchid in the world. Pretty big size. I'm hoping for blooms this year. It's about big enough. I have a large Grammatophyllum elegans, which I'll show you. I've got Grammatophyllum wallisii, and then I have a nice hybrid as well. So I'm going to take you around and show you these. I'll make videos, of course, later next year, hopefully in the summer when they all bloom for me. Okay, you guys, so here we go. This is going to be the first Grammatophyllum on our tour today. And this guy sits right here by the pool, by the west-facing wall of the house. It's in morning shade. The sun rises right over the house. By about 10 o'clock or so, it's in pretty much full sun for the rest of the day up until late afternoon like now. And of course it's winter time now. It's December, so it's not getting a whole lot of sun. The sun is way off to the side. It's not directly overhead. I am basically in the tropics in South Florida. So in the summertime, the sun is directly overhead, and this guy sits in full sun pretty much all day. In fact, they require that in order to bloom. So this is Grammatophyllum speciosum. This is the largest orchid in the world. You can see I've got a lot of root growth, new canes coming on it. And some of the new canes are actually really huge. If you look how big around that is a big fat cane. You see I've got Christmas lights on it. As I told you, Grammatophyllums just really hate cold. In fact, I've got to wrap this guy up again tonight because we're going down to about 55 degrees, and while that's comfortable for me, Grammatophyllums just will not handle that at all. They hate it. So this is speciosum. It's also called the tiger orchid. You guys might want to look it up and see what the flowers look like. When it blooms, it should have spikes of flowers up 6, 7, 8 feet. Each one of the flowers is about 3 to 5 inches across, and it blooms with big sprays of flowers, so it should be pretty spectacular. I'm really hoping I get it to bloom this year. I've had it since 2006, in fact, so 12 years. And it's finally about big enough to bloom. Over here, this great big one here is Grammatophyllum elegans, which blooms with big spikes of kind of mahogany colored flowers. This is a really nice big plant also. I actually got this just this last year in an auction, so I'm really happy about it. The previous owner said that it had, I think, around 12 flower spikes last year when it bloomed, and again on this one the flower spikes come up 6 or 8 feet with big 4 or 5 inch flowers on it, so it should be a really nice show this summer when it blooms. Down here I have, this is Grammatophyllum Broga Tiger. This is a hybrid. And of course I don't normally grow it here, I've just got it here for the cold. Again, Grammatophyllums just won't handle anything under about 55 degrees, so that it's getting covered up when it's cold here. This normally actually grows over there in more sun. This has got really pretty flowers on it, kind of a lime green with burgundy spots, and hoping this will bloom nicely this next year. I got 2 flower spikes off of it last summer, but it's made a whole bunch of new growth, so I hope I get more this time. Okay. And over here we got Piper standing guard. What's up, Piper? What's up? Here we have Grammatophyllum wallisii. Here we go. Another nice big one. This is actually a cousin of Grammatophyllum speciosum that I showed you over there. They're actually related. Wallisii has white and purple flowers, while speciosum has yellow and burgundy flowers, or yellow and red. Wallisii can also bloom on a slightly smaller plant, and it is overall a little bit smaller than speciosum, but still a really big plant. And this is actually kind of a baby. I've had this one for, let's see, maybe 4 or 5 years. I think it was just a 2-bulb division when I got it, and it has exploded in growth. It's looking really pretty. This one is maybe approaching blooming size. As I said, these don't have to be quite as big to bloom. So I'm hoping it'll bloom this summer, maybe. If not this year, maybe next summer. And of course, I'll be sure to post videos and pictures when it does bloom. So thanks you guys for looking. This is my Grammatophyllum collection. Not a lot blooming in the yard right now. It is winter time. But I thought you might enjoy seeing the Grammatophyllums. Also, if you like Grammatophyllums, I started a Facebook group called Grammatophyllums Galore. I would encourage you to look it up and join it, especially if you like this type of orchid. It's, so far as I've been able to find, the only group of its kind on Facebook for these orchids. So definitely look it up and join it. Thanks for looking. You guys have a great day.